Heyo everybody, this is another installment of Finding Sensibility, where we take positive or inspirational quotes and see if we can make them work in our day-to-day life, or if maybe they're just a product of the times. Today we're talking about a quote from William Carlos Williams, and Oscar has decided to join me on this one. Probably the most annoying cat of all time. But what we're going to talk about today is also going to be the influence of more artistic expression compared to encouraging or the positive type of message. So, our quote from William Carlos Williams is, "In summer, the song sings itself." So, first things first. William Carlos Williams was a poet, and he also became a little more experimental in his writing, where he would play with the format of the words on the page to kind of elaborate what he was trying to do. What we have to talk about is artistic expression in general. And usually artistic expression is not intended to be positive or negative. If anything, it's designed to be inspirational. And inspiration is not the same as motivation or that positivity that we try to find. Inspiration kind of makes you strive to tap into something bigger than yourself, to be more than you currently are. Motivation to me is more the physical get up and go, the how you actually make yourself do these things. People get inspired all the time, but the motivation is not always there. And so that's kind of what we have art for, is it's this channel to inspire us and connect us to these things, emotions and feelings we have, desires we have that just can't be done with words. So, in summer, the song sings itself. I'm afraid I don't find this to be a positive kind of quote, or a positive anything. Part of what I think he's saying is to stop and smell the roses, and that's not positive. You could easily say any of this kind of stuff about winter, spring, or autumn, that the beauty of those seasons brings about just these wondrous feelings and experiences. What I'm going to try to do, I am going to try to make it a little more positive, a little more useful to us. And rather than just leaving it at stop and smell the roses, there is a tool that people will use for anxiety or things of that nature. Can you see why he's so annoying? You're done, buddy. Using for anxiety, there is an exercise where you stop what you're doing and you will describe you'll describe 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can touch, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. So by doing that, it kind of brings our senses outside of our head, and whatever anxiety or impending doom or just unpleasant feelings that you're experiencing kind of takes you out of that and puts you in the moment, puts you back in the world. And so in the right moment, in the right place, if you're able to do that and just force yourself to experience externally what's going on around you rather than keeping it so internal, I think you can really appreciate a lot more of the moments that you do have, that we have as people, and that's really the best I can do with this. Artistic expression is really difficult to put a positive connotation on. And while this may not be one of his poems, this is still an artist trying to convey something. And the fact that he had a nice day isn't really a positive thing. But remember that exercise. Whenever you kind of feel a little bit of tension or a little bit of anxiety, 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can touch, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. And just list those little things, and you'll, hopefully, you will be able to kind of step outside your head, experience the world, and find a little bit of peace in it. Hopefully that helped. I feel like this was kind of a dud today. I apologize for that. Hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit better. Until then, stay tuned and stay real.